Coming up this evening on the National Rundown, the Supreme Court may be working in Donald Trump's favor to keep him on the Colorado ballot. A special counsel is investigating President Biden's handling of classified documents, and a college newspaper is facing criminal charges for a pro-Palestine parody. Don't go away.
Today is a nice and bright day, a great day to get outside. The mild temperatures continue on into the weekend, with rain on the way for the start of next week. I'll bring you the latest weather forecast on tonight's Rundown.
Welcome to the Rundown. I'm Silent Michaels.
And I'm Isaac Linsk. The Supreme Court overturns Colorado's challenge to Donald Trump's ballot eligibility. Voters in the Midwestern state used the Civil War-era provision of the 14th Amendment in an effort to bar former President Trump from appearing on the ballot. The provision, which was written in an effort to stop former Confederates from gaining power in the government in the Reconstruction era, has drawn criticism from members of the conservative-majority Supreme Court. The debate around the case hinges around whether or not former President Trump actively participated in the insurrection, a debate sure to continue well past this election season.
The year-long special counsel investigation into President Biden's mishandling of classified documents has just drawn to a close. The investigation centered on sensitive documents found in the Delaware home of the current president. The documents, however, were from the period of time when Biden served as U.S. Senator and Vice President in the Obama administration. Attorney General Merrick Garland penned a letter to Congress prior to the investigation findings being released. Garland stated in the letter his commitment to disclosing the document information once the White House performed a security check. The investigation ended at a pivotal moment for the sitting president as his re-election campaign heats up.
The U.S. military is striking back against dozens of recent attacks directed at U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria. On Wednesday, the Pentagon announced the military killed a senior leader of an Iran-backed militia group in eastern Baghdad, Kataib Hezbollah, who was directly responsible for attacks against U.S. forces in that region. This was part of a multi-phase retaliation led by the Biden administration via drone strike, diving troops deeper into a back-and-forth fight with Iran. American troops have been targeted over 160 times in Iraq, Syria, and Jordan since Israel began its invasion of Gaza on October 17th. A lawsuit has been filed against the Louisville Metro Police Department alleging harassment and civil rights violations. Randall Cam has more.
I didn't know what to do. I just froze. I was scared for my life.
It allegedly happened this time last year in this parking lot off Westport Road. These 4 UPS employees were off work and apartment hunting when they decided to stop at this fast food restaurant for breakfast. According to the lawsuit, after the 4 young men received their order, they pulled out of that drive-through lane and over into this parking lot to eat their breakfast. After sitting here for only about a minute, their car was allegedly surrounded by 4 unmarked LMPD vehicles.
And they had the guns drawn at us, tell us don't move, freeze. And then I got directions from another one to unbuckle my seatbelt, and then this one yelling at me, stop moving. So that's why I just put my hands up.
According to the complaint filed in Jefferson County Circuit Court, the officers then ordered the men out of their car and searched them, not only going into their pockets, but also into their wallets. The men claim they asked the officers to identify themselves by name and badge number, but they refused. The lawsuit claims the unnamed officers also demanded to know where a gun was, but according to the suit, no weapon, drugs, or anything illegal was ever found. The plaintiffs say they were never cuffed and were eventually allowed to leave. When asked about probable cause to initiate a search, the plaintiff's attorney responded by saying,
being a black young man, I repeat, an African-American male young man, that was their probable cause. Nothing else.
LMPD refused to comment on the pending litigation but provided a written statement to WL.
Earlier today, I sat down with reporter Maddie Miller to discuss South Jersey climate news and Rowan's student-run newspaper, The Wit, covering topics such as environmental concerns and news around Rowan University and the town of Glassboro. Hey Maddie, how are you doing today?
Hi Sila, I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Pretty good. So you're a student journalist here at Rowan. Can you please tell me a little bit about what that entails for you?
Yeah, of course. So I keep myself very busy as a journalist here at Rowan. I am the news editor for The Wit at Rowan, which is Rowan's independent campus newspaper. So I have a lot of fun doing that. I also am a staff writer for South Jersey Climate News, which is a project funded by a grant that 2 of our professors got. In addition to that, I've also freelanced for the Hamilton Gazette doing town council meetings, and I also work PR for the Rowan Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
Wow, all right, that's a lot. I don't really know how you do it, but that's incredible. Can you please tell me a little bit more about the South Jersey climate news aspect of everything?
Yeah, absolutely. So 2 journalism professors, Mark Berkey-Girard and Diane Gariantes, got a grant to fund this project, which is a news site that fills a news desert for South Jersey. It highlights lawmakers, businesses, different climate change groups and initiatives around the region, and it kind of highlights them and shows people in South Jersey what laws are being passed, what businesses are being created, and what things are being done to mitigate climate change.
That's awesome, and definitely sounds like it'll make some change. Now, what is your role over there?
Yeah, so I've actually done a few things for them. So I started last summer, in the beginning of summer, and my first event that I covered was a tubing event on the Delaware River.
Ooh.
So essentially we went tubing. It was really, really fun. A great day out in the weather and the nature. It was so cool. So that was really awesome. That was to raise awareness for clean water. I also got to go on a trip to Reed's Beach, which is right by the Delaware Bay, and essentially what we did there was we did like a reef restoration project, and we just got to like see what Upstream Alliance is doing and the Littoral Society, and we got to see the different ways that they're improving the reefs over there. And my big project that I worked on over the course of 6 months was a big, long explanatory piece highlighting different entrepreneurs and fashion designers who are weaving sustainability into their designs. Really cool, really fun. I got to attend Made Institute's 10th anniversary fashion show with producer Jada Ellie and cameraman Joseph Pigeon from Rowan Productions. Really fun, got to do some on-camera reporting as well as some explanatory writing, so it was a lot of fun.
I'm so amazed. Wow. Oh my goodness.
My gosh. Thank you.
And then can you tell me a little bit more about your responsibilities at The Wit?
Yeah, so at The Wit, I'm a news editor, which essentially means that I manage and edit about 6 to 10 writers a week and everything that goes in the news section. So I get to mentor different writers, I get to help them with their stories, and then eventually I get to look through them, edit them, and publish them and lay out the news pages.
That's sounds like so much fun. Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Maddie. I really appreciate it. And good luck on all of your endeavors. It sounds like you have a lot to take on. And Wow, I wish you so much good luck.
Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
thank you for having me. This was so fun.
Thank you. All right, and back to you guys at the desk. Well, me at the desk.
Thanks, Silent. It may sound cheesy, but Pizza Hut is now offering a novel way to end your relationship. In an effort to promote the new Hot Honey Pizza with less than a week until Valentine's Day, the pizza chain is giving people living in Miami, New York, and Chicago the chance to send their soon-to-be ex a goodbye pie. Those looking to participate can go to goodbyepies.com and enter the address of the recipient.
I'm Jared Matteo with your 5-day forecast. Tonight's weather is partly cloudy with a high of 53 and a low of 28. Friday is bright and sunny with a high of 56 and a low of 34. On Saturday and Sunday, continue to be mostly cloudy, but for Saturday, our high is 56 and a low of 39. Sunday, once again, is mostly cloudy, high of 51, low of 39. Monday, pretty much nothing changes, but it is a high of 45 and a low of 36. Tuesday is when the rain starts coming in. We have a high of 42 and a low of 31 degrees. This has been your 5-day weather forecast. As you can see, very bright and sunny day outside. Compared to previous weeks, this is pretty impressive. Again, more sun, another great day to be outside. Temperatures are starting to warm up, but it's just getting only better and better from here. As you can see, if you look closely, you can see some of the buds starting to bloom, meaning that we're getting ever so close to spring. I'm ready for the warm temperatures. How about you guys?
I can't wait.
I can't wait to feel some sun on my skin in the weeks to come.
A nice tan.
Can it come any sooner?
Honestly.
Well, according to the groundhog, it will.
Oh yeah, Punxsutawney Phil. He saw his shadow this last weekend. You're right. Well, that wraps up tonight's broadcast.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
All right, talk with each other.